Hey guys and gals, it's Jim here, and this is an update on my Bandai 48 scale AT-ST walker, the Endor diorama that I'm working on, and I want to do. There's going to be quite a few updates on what I'm doing on this diorama before it's finished, till the model's placed on it. I'm really going all out, super detailing this thing. I want it to look as real as possible. Some of the colors on the rocks, the castings, might be washed out now because I got a light behind me that I use as a work light on my bench so I can see what I'm doing. But I'm probably spending more time on this than any model that I've built in the past. I just really want to super detail it big time, make it look as real as possible, and I want the viewers to think that they're looking at something real. So I'm probably going to do several updates because I'm doing a lot of things from back in my days of model railroading, a lot of tricks that I did, come up with on my own, different ideas and stuff, different reasons why I do things and stuff like that. But so far, this is what it's looking like. I've been spending a lot of time since probably since Saturday. I think I spent about 2 days just on the trees themselves, the pine trees, or I'm calling them sequoias and stuff, or giant redwoods and stuff, because that's more like what they are in the movie and stuff like that. But I spent the better part of 2 days just working on those. A lot of little tedious, glue something, hold it in place for 15-20 minutes. I super detailed the trees so they look real. Before I did anything, I started building up some different textures on the ground and everything. After I put my first coat of the dark brown ballast as the brown dirt, then I used a real fine ground cover, like a light green, and then I used a medium texture ground cover, built up different areas over it because it's a forested area. Forested areas are usually damp, moist, so you want a lot of like fluffy texture, like mossy stuff and things like that. So, but I'm finished with, I'm calling all my wooded stuff, my woodsy stuff. I know the lighting's not the best, but I'm going to go over each part of the diorama in separate videos and stuff. Otherwise, this will turn into about a 2-hour video, and I don't know if even YouTube will let me put up a 2-hour video. But anyway, I got all my woodsy stuff done, and trying my best to get some decent light on it and all that, where it's not too bright and stuff. But if we get in real close and stuff, you can see what I did so far, all the trees. A lot of this, if you go out in nature and stuff, first thing I'm going to tell you is I see too many, I'm not nitpicking nobody. This is just in general, you see a lot of people, they'll build a diorama, or a lot of this stuff comes from my days in model railroading. You see a lot of people, they'll stick a tree in a spot, and it just meets the ground. They drill a hole, stick the tree in there, and boom, that's it. I took the time, you can probably tell, I blended in, since I didn't have like a tree trunk, carved with where the roots start out at the base. I took the time to blend the trees in with the ground. I just used a mixture of glue and real fine green turf that I had. Like I said, this is like a wooded area, a lot of algae, moss, and stuff like that. So I made sure I blended everything into the ground like it's got a purpose and everything. And if you look real close, you can see I took and ran up the trees with the same ground cover, just a real fine coat pretty much. I smeared on some white glue really thin, and then I glued some of that green ground cover up the trees all the way around, pretty much almost up to the bottom row of branches. Because if you ever go out someplace like I live near Starved Rock area, if you ever go look someplace where it's damp lot of moisture. A lot of trees you'll see they got like algae or moss growing up the sides of them, up the sides of the trunk. So I wanted to give them that look of real light. I wanted to give them a real look, like they were, you know, like they got a purpose, like they're really. This is something that you really see out in nature and everything. So I spent a lot of time on each tree, super detailing it. So you can see on the bottoms, underneath the store-bought branches with the ground foam on it, I glued some dry tree roots. Not tree roots. They're actually tree roots from small maple trees that I had grown in my yard that I picked long ago. You know, they were like maybe a foot, 15 inches tall and stuff. They got in my planter boxes and stuff and started growing. I never picked them out. I picked some out about a year ago because I had an idea. I wanted to use them for different things. So they're all dried out and dead and stuff. But I used some real fine ones. As you can see, I actually got vines running up the side of the trunk and everything. And if I come around this side, you'll pick up, I got another vine there. But that's the mistake a lot of people do. They'll drill a hole, like if they're doing a tree layout or something, they'll drill a hole, stick a tree in, and boom, it's just there. It's like nothing that blends it in with the scene. I'm trying to make everything like it's blended in, like you see in nature. You know, there's no abrupt, like okay, somebody stuck a tree in a hole over there, and that's it. It's a wooden stick coming out of the ground. This here tree on this side, it's next to a hill, and you know I was going to move it in further, but then it would have been too close to the model. So it's like on the side of a hill on one side. The other side was a little further down to the ground. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, how good it will, but as you see in nature, you'll see a tree maybe growing on a hillside or on the edge of a cliff or something. I actually took and I blended it in with the ground, and if you look real close, I actually blended it in with the small dried out small roots I had. I made it like, you know, you'll see a tree growing in nature on a hillside or a side of a cliff or a ledge. You'll see the roots exposed, okay, like, you know, because there's not enough earth there for it to grab on. So I used a lot of the small root pieces, and I kind of modeled like it's got exposed roots coming out of the hillside and everything from the tree, and digging into the ground on the lower edge and stuff. Back in the back there, I decided that's going to be like a dead area. I'm treating this just like a model railroad. A model railroad is a one big diorama, but then you got a lot of little mini scenes that make up the complete diorama. So I'm treating this like that. Every little area on here, this corner's going to be a little mini scene. This tree is a little mini scene. Back there on the hillside is a little mini scene with everything I'm doing. Each tree is a little mini scene because I done something different around each one. This here is going to be a little mini scene. I started doing some of my ferns and stuff. Up here I got a little mini scene. I had a little low spot in the plaster, the ground here, where I blended in this rock casting, and it was a small enough depression, low enough depression. I decided, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of a water scene and stuff. So it's kind of like, you know, it might be a puddle from it rained or something. It might be runoff from the hillside, from a stream somewhere nearby. So I decided to do a little water scene. I'm doing my little grass, and I'll explain all this in the upcoming videos, the updates that I'll do, how I'm doing my grass. Everything's handmade. None of the grasses that I'm using on here is store-bought. I mean, the materials are store-bought, but I'm making the grasses on my own like I used to do. Model railroading. Now they do have something if you want to do grasses, tall, short, medium. It's called Electrostatic Grass. It costs money. You got to buy a special dispenser, and then you buy the grass, and basically the electrostatic dispenser, what it does, you shake it out, and it's got a little electrode that you put on the ground, and it makes the grasses stand up like in nature. Well, I got ways I do that on my own and stuff, so basically it's a paintbrush technique. Actually using a paintbrush. I'll show that in an upcoming video, but this is my progress so far. I don't want to go, like I said, I don't want to go no hour or 2 hour video, but it's coming out, shaping up real nice. Like I said, I want this to be as real looking as possible. So when people view it, it's like, wow, it's like we're really out in the woods somewhere in the outdoors and stuff. My final video, I want to have a nice backdrop, you know, something behind it to hide everything, so that way everything really pops on the model. So while I'm working on this, I'm looking ahead to how I want to approach each video and stuff like that. But just a real quick update. Let you guys know that I'm busy working on it. A lot of this stuff I'm doing is just time consuming and tedious. In the end, it's going to be well worth it to me. I'm probably trying to make this being one of my best dioramas I ever did, even you know, since my days of model railroading and stuff. I just want to go all out and really super detail this thing and all that, and it's probably going to have more detail than the model itself, even though the Bandai kit has a lot of super detail on it. So, but that's where I'm at. I also added a lot of dead twigs in the tree to fill up some of the bareness and add some more realism to that, because you always see dead branches in the trees. Like I said, a lot of this might not pick up right now in this video, but we'll do some better ones in the days to come. Plus the lighting, usually I get a lot of sunlight in the room where I do my videos and stuff, so things are really show up nice. I got artificial lighting that I'm doing this with, and a lot of the stuff is getting washed out and things like that. But so far, this is where we're at. Kind of give you a little ground level view. Inside the cave, I did detail the inside the cave with moss and stones and twigs. I even did the, even though you won't see it when it's sitting on a table or a shelf or anything, I did do the underside of the cave up where the rocks meet the roof of the cave. I did some moss work in there and stuff with my landscaping materials and stuff like that. But that's where we're at so far. And I just thought I'd let you know I'm still busy working on it, and I got a long way to go yet. Probably another 3-4 days before I'm finished with it. A lot of this stuff I'm doing now with these grasses and stuff, you do one clump, you gotta wait till it dries. You do another clump next to it, wait till it dries. Otherwise, you'll be knocking them over with your fingers and stuff. And the technique I'm using, it's kind of hard to use tweezers because I'm doing clumps and everything. So. But anyway, right there, shit, if it wasn't for the couple pieces of masking tape where the model's going to get glued down, I'd say I'm someplace in the outdoors in a state park or something, looking at the rock work, and there's a cave to go exploring in and stuff like that. So so far I'm very happy with the way this one's coming out. I think I'm outdoing myself even. And stuff. But like I said, I'm going to be doing a bunch of update videos the next few days and show you guys each area in more detail and everything like that. So till the next time, thanks for subscribing. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Hope you guys are enjoying this little series I'm doing about how I'm building my diorama and all that. Thanks for all the comments you guys been leaving me. Thanks for hitting the like button. And we'll see you in another day or so with another update video on this. And like I said, I'm going to be going over each individual area in a separate video. And I want to do it before I mount the model and it's finished, because the model's going to hide some of this stuff. And that way, right now, you can see everything that's going to surround the model without any obstructions and stuff like that. So till the next time, everybody, take care. Have a great week, the rest of the week. Stay safe and healthy, you and your families, your loved ones and all that. And we'll talk to you real soon, another update on this diorama. Till the next time, take care. Bye.